Okay, guys, today's gonna be super fun, but you may need a break. We're testing the limits here now that we're getting close to the end of the session. I think next week's our last week, so we're gonna push it a little bit harder today. Definitely heavy on the core, a little bit heavy on the legs. 2 weeks, including this week? Yeah, so next week's the last week. Not sure. If you have a watch, don't forget to start it. Other than that, we're increasing the intensity, so please take your breaks. There's still stretching, but it's not as heavily focused on stretching. I got really excited when they made the classes. So anyways, we're going to go through this together, starting in that child's pose, knees wide on the mat, walking our hands all the way up to the top, trying to walk those fingertips a little bit further as you start to relax and get a little bit more comfortable here. We're just starting by taking those deep breaths. Slowly letting the chest sink a little bit further to the floor. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel free to wiggle those hips a little bit if you want to add a bit more of a flow. Just taking the time here to bring awareness to all four corners of your body. Might try wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, feeling your forearms pressed into the mat, your chest slowly sinking down. Might try box breathing here. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold, and repeat. Letting go of any stress or tension built up throughout the day, and bringing awareness, setting intentions for the rest of today. Taking that brain scan, figuring out what muscles are sore, what muscles are tired, where do you feel energized as you prepare for the rest of today's class. We're going to take one more deep breath in. And on that exhale, we're going to push ourselves up, finding that tabletop position, shoulders stacked over the heels of our palms, hips stacked over our knees. Go ahead and find that breathing exercise, cat-cows. Inhale, deep breath in, nose lifts up, chest expands in through the belly. Exhale, squeezing the core, rounding the back. Rib cage meets hips. My eardrums were bleeding, I'm so sorry. Doing this at your own pace, finding a rhythm in your breathing that works for you. Trying to sink a little bit further down, squeeze the core a little bit more. Maybe expanding through the chest a little bit further. We'll do one more deep breath in. Settling in that neutral spine. Give it a few spine circles, using creative freedom here. Find where your muscles are tense. Slowly sink into that tension until you feel that release. Warming up the spine, warming up the body. A couple more deep breaths. When you're ready, we'll settle back in that neutral tabletop position. Starting with that left leg, we're just going to do a few circles forward and back. Engage the hip, engage the core. Slow and in control. Using that intention. We're not going all out here. Just warming up the body. And we'll circle the other way. Go ahead and settle that leg down. Reach your right arm up in front of you. Kick that left leg back. Trying to find a straight lines, tips of your fingers, top of your head, shoulders, hips, and toes. Holding here, deep breath in. Look for that length, squeezing the core. Exhale, bring the rib cage to your hips, elbow to knee. Inhale, lift, find that length. Exhale, squeeze the core. Inhale, find that length. Couple more, engaging the core here. Doing what's comfortable for you before we get into the main part of today's workout. Last one. Really reach here, find that length. Squeeze through the core. Exhale, lowering all the way down. We'll do the same thing for the other side, just to get a little bit even warm up. Kicking that leg back, doing those hip circles. Core still engaged. In that tabletop position, squeezing the glutes. Finding that fluidity through the hips. And we'll circle the other direction. Couple more. Last one. Go ahead and kick that leg back, lifting the left arm up and forward, straight line, fingertips to toes. Inhale, holding here, find that length, squeezing the core. Exhale, dropping the rib cage to the hips, elbow meets knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, length. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, length. Trying to reach a little bit further through those fingertips. Last one. Really reach here. And go ahead and let those hands settle down. Find that tabletop position. We're going to pivot on our right knee here. Go ahead and grab those weights if you have them. Lifting all the way up, finding that lifted position. Bring our right fingertips to our temples, lifting that left arm up. We're gonna lean, squeeze that elbow down, press up, and lift. Engaging through the core here, the back, the shoulder. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, bring the elbow down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press back up. The core is engaged this whole time. Using that breath, step by step, slow and in control. Tucking the hips in, squeeze the glutes. Dropping the rib cage to the hips. Couple more. Last one. This time we're going to lower, keeping ourselves in that lowered position. Abs are still squeezed here. Fingertips to temple, dropping the elbow down and press up. That's all we're doing, dropping the elbow, pressing up. If your back's hurting, try to engage the core a little bit more. Almost done. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Press up, squeeze. We're going to drop the weight from the right hand. Go ahead and lower it down onto the mat, bracing yourself here. We're still gripping, squeezing the elbow down, but we're going to press up and lift that left leg. Lower and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up, squeeze through the glutes. Core should be shaking a little bit. That's okay. Keep that activation. You want to be looking at the floor. just to keep that core engaged. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Keep that leg lifted. You probably already guessed. We're going to pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg down. Go ahead and set that weight to the side. We're going to send our right leg back as well, coming all the way into that side plank, reaching through the left fingertips, having a nice break here, still squeezing through the core, just finding your breath. One more deep breath in before we find our next flow. Inhale, let's lower down onto those hips. Go ahead and let the hand rest. Exhale, coming all the way back up, squeezing the core, reaching through the fingertips. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. 3 more. 2. Last one, really squeezing through the core here, staying lifted, pushing through the shoulder, and lowering all the way down onto those hips. We're going to kick our legs to the side, coming into that mermaid stretch, reaching up and overhead with that right arm. Chest lifts to ceiling. Going to take our deep breaths here, reaching through those fingertips. And exhale, go ahead and slowly let that chest fall down to the floor, feeling a deeper stretch. Stretching through the side, feeling it in your abdominals. One more deep breath in. And we'll windmill. Go ahead and place that right hand behind your back, reach up through the left. Feel free to lift your hips as well, coming into that modified camel. Or you can keep your hips planted and just reach over with that left hand. Completely optional. Feeling that deep stretch. One more deep breath in. And exhale, lowering all the way down. We're going to find that tabletop position again. Pivoting on that left leg. We'll do the same thing, but for the other side. Go ahead and grab those weights if you use them on one side, just to keep it even. Left fingertips are going to come all the way up to your temples as we lower and lift. Lower. Exhale, press. Bending that elbow. Squeeze the core. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. You got it. Keep that core engaged. Using that breath, slow and in control. It's not about how many you do, it's about how good you do them. Again, tucking those hips, squeeze those glutes, dropping your ribs to your hips. Last one, we're gonna lower and just press that right arm up, squeeze back. Press up, squeeze back, squeezing that core. Keep that pressure off your back. 4 more. 3, 2, last one, pressing up. We're gonna lower down. Go ahead and set that weight to the side. Right arm still in the air. Inhale, lower. Exhale, we're gonna lift that leg. Squeeze through the glutes. Brace through the core. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Bend that elbow or keep that arm straight, completely up to you. Just use your glutes and your core.
3 more. 2. Last one. Keep that leg lifted. You guessed it. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering all the way down. Drop that weight to the side. We'll step all the way into that high plank. Reach that arm up overhead. Settle here for a few breaths. You can offset your feet if that feels better to you. Just one more deep breath in. And on your next inhale, we'll go ahead and lower the hips to the ground. Hold here for one breath. Exhale, press back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. If you need to lower all the way down to your forearm, that's completely okay as well. Whatever feels comfortable to you. 3 more. 2. And last one. Lift and hold. Find length a little bit further through your fingertips if you can. And exhale, we're lowering all the way down to those glutes. Send those legs behind you. Reach up through that left arm. Find that mermaid stretch. Chest is lifted up to the ceiling. Identifying where that muscle tension is. Feel where you're stretching. Breathing through the left side of your body. Reach through those fingertips a little bit further if you can. And exhale, we'll drop that chest all the way down to the floor. A little bit deeper of a stretch here. Finding your breath. Working through it. We're almost done. One more deep breath in. And we'll windmill all the way over. Press that left hand behind you. Reach that right arm up and overhead. You can stay in this position or you can lift those hips up. Come into that modified camel stretch. Just taking those deep breaths. Feel that deep stretch through the hips. Length through the fingertips. One more deep breath in. Exhale, we'll drop all the way down. Again, finding that tabletop position. Go ahead and lower onto your knees. We're going to lift all the way up. Go ahead, interlace those hands in front of you. Press out. Squeeze the core. Ribs drop to your hips. Press through those shoulders. Inhale, lifting all the way up and overhead. And exhale, go ahead and unhook those hands. We're going to interlace them behind our back. Press that chest up to the ceiling. Roll out that neck. If that feels good to you. And gently, slowly falling forward onto that forehead. Pressing those hands a little bit higher to the ceiling. Feel that deep stretch through your shoulders. One more deep breath in. Exhale, dropping those hands. Bring them underneath of you. Press up into that tabletop position. We're going to curl our toes underneath of us. Slowly send that weight back into your glutes and onto your heels. Press those hips all the way up, downward facing dog. Pedaling out those feet. Waking up the backs of our legs. Slowly working towards getting both heels on the ground. Another deep breath in. And exhale, we're walking our feet all the way to our hands. Coming into that forward fold. Feel free to link those elbows if that feels good to you. Letting that spine lengthen a little bit more. Catch your breath. Feel free to bend those knees, alternating, deepening that stretch. When you're ready, feel free to grab those weights. I'm going to slowly roll up into that standing position. Sending our arms out. And then pressing our fists together, if you can, with this style of weight. We're in a curtsy lunge with that left foot behind. Deep breath in. Exhale, extend those arms, find that T position and tap that left toe to the left. Inhale, lower, curtsy lunge, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, press up, squeeze through the back and the shoulders. Slow and in control, find that muscle engagement. Once you start to get more comfortable with this movement, feel free to go a little bit faster. It's a full body component, feeling it in your arms, your back, and your leg. Couple more. Use that breathing. Exhale, press up, tap, inhale, lower. Exhale, press up, inhale, lower. 2 more. Keep that gaze settled a little bit in front of you. Last one. Keep those arms extended, that toes tapped out, slight bend in that front knee. We're just gonna lower those arms, tap that left foot in, and extend back out. Keep that constant tension through that right leg. Squeeze through the back. Couple more. Three, 2. Last one. We're still having that foot tapped outward. Inhale, lower those arms. Exhale, lift the arms and the leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. I'm gonna hit the mirror. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Constant tension through that right glute, adding in that left glute work now. Couple more. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and shake out those legs if you need it. When you're ready, we're coming back. We're going to place our right hand on our hip. We're going to send that left foot back again into that lunge, but extend the left arm overhead. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Using the quads now, a little bit more outside instead of that glute for those curtsy lunges. Couple more. Constant tension through that leg. 3, 2, 1. Holding in that lunge, we're going to straighten that back leg, send both arms back, and press up. Lowering down, pressing up, tricep extension. Use that breath. Inhale, lower, press. Exhale, lift, extend. 3 more. 2. And 1. Still keeping that front leg bent. We're going to tap forward and tap back. We're almost done with this burner. Tap forward, tap back. Take breaks when you need them. 1 last little burner. Keep that tricep extension going. For 3, 2, 1. Keep that foot back. We're going to pulse our arms back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those weights to the side if you need to. Good to reach up and overhead. Kick that knee into your left knee pit. Take that side stretch. Come up to standing. Switch. And take those breaks. 1 more deep breath in. Go ahead and come all the way back up to standing. Arms are going to settle in prayer. Lift that right leg up. Finding that tree pose, feel free to stay here. But if you're comfortable, you can kick that foot over top of your left knee, slowly lowering down into that figure 4. Feel a nice stretch through the right hip here, especially after all that glute work. Just taking those breaths. Another deep breath in, Lifting all the way back up. Send that right leg back. Coming into that high lunge. Lowering both hands down onto the ground. And stepping back with that left foot as well. Coming into that high plank. Go ahead and let those knees settle down onto the mat. We're going to keep our elbows tucked tight to our sides. And lowering down as well. Finding that vinyasa. Feel free to push up all the way upward facing dog. Or you can come onto your forearms and find that Sphinx pose. Feel free to look over each shoulder. Get a little bit deeper of a stretch. Deep breaths. One more deep breath in. Exhale, we'll push up, finding that tabletop position. Go ahead and press those legs back, downward facing dog. Shift those hips high into the air. When you're ready, we'll poke that right leg all the way up, pointing to the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale, bringing that knee to chest, stepping between left and right hand. Feel free to lower down onto that back leg here. Just let those hips adjust. Feel a deep stretch. Holding again, one deep breath. And exhale, we'll straighten out that front leg. Feel free to point those toes to the ceiling if you want more of a calf stretch here. And as you get more comfortable, you can slowly fold all the way over that front leg. Do a couple more deep breaths. And then we'll rebend that front leg, curl the left toes underneath, heel toe your right foot to the left, and slowly settle down, finding that pigeon pose. Again, feeling a deep stretch through the hips. As you get comfortable, you can lean a little bit further forward. Trying to keep your hips parallel to the ground below you and the wall in front of you. And if you want to increase the stretch, you can bend that left leg, reach back for that foot. Completely up to you and your flexibility level. Just taking those deep breaths. Holding here for one more exhale. Go ahead and drop that foot if you've grabbed it already. We're going to curl the left toes up and underneath and sending ourselves all the way back into that downward dog. Go ahead and walk your feet all the way up to your hands. Again, finding that forward fold. Legs feeling relaxed. Take another deep breath in here. Feel free to grab those weights again. We're going to do this same thing, but for the other side. I know we're all so excited. Sorry, everyone online. I think the mic died. Anyways, we're going to bring our fists together. Step that right foot back this time around. Curtsy lunge. And press up, extending into that T. Curtsy lunge. Press up to that T. Sending those glutes back, pressing through the quads, squeeze to the back. Use that breath. Inhale, lower. Exhale, tap. Couple more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, tap. Two more. Squeezing the back. Last one. Go ahead and keep that tap extended out. Find that T pose. Slight bend in that front leg. We're going to tap in, extend out. Bring those elbows in and extend out. Use that breath. Constant tension through that left leg. Couple more. Still breathing. Core's engaged. Two more. Last one. Keep that tap. Lower those arms down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Slow and in control. Use all four corners of that left foot to stabilize you. Keeping your balance through your core, 2. Couple more. 3, 2, 1. And lower back into that same position. Feel free to shake out those legs if you need to. And when you're ready, we're going to place that right hand on our hip. Send that left arm up above your head. We'll lunge back and we'll press up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Keep that gaze in front of you. Help keep your balance. Send that weight into your glutes. Use your quads. Couple more. Almost done. Two more. Last one, lowering all the way down into that lunge. Go ahead and bring both hands up. Inhale and exhale, lift. Send those arms back. Inhale, lower, press up. Exhale, lift, send those arms back. Almost done. Keep finding your breathing. Three more. Tricep kick back, feeling it in the arms. Last one, press up. Exhale, lift, tricep kick back. Hold those arms back behind you. Inhale, bring the right arm forward. Exhale, send it back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, send it back. Kicking back through those arms, feeling it in the backs of your arms. Squeezing through the back, bracing through the core. Two more. Feeling the burn in the left leg. Last one, step back with that right foot. We're going to pulse the arms back for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those weights down if you would like. Reaching those arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Go ahead and put the knee in the right knee pit. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but we're going to go with it. Another deep breath in. And switch to the other side. Guys, I'm out of breath. I don't know about you. That was rough and bumpy. I only say that because nobody can hear me online. I don't think. Hopefully they can. Anyways, bring that left leg up. Feel free to bring those arms to prayer as well. Finding that tree pose. If you choose, you can kick that left foot over, slowly lowering down. Coming all the way into that standing figure 4. Again, remaining with those breaths. Couple more. One more deep breath in. Exhale, let's press up. We're going to send that left leg back, warrior 3. And slowly lower all the way down into that lunge. Hands are going to come to either side of that front foot. And we're stepping all the way back. Finding the high plank. Let those knees fall down to the floor. Elbows tucked tight to your side, gently lowering down. Either pressing up into that Sphinx pose, coming all the way into that downward, upward facing dog. Looking over each shoulder. Little breaths. Coming back up. Next exhale, tabletop position. Curl those toes underneath of you and send your hips all the way back, downward dog. Feel free to kick that left leg up and overhead, finding the 3-legged dog. One deep breath in here. Feel that stretch through the hips. Exhale, bring that knee to your chest and step between both left and right hand. Feel free to lower down onto that back knee as well. Hold here. Feel free to press into that front knee. Finding your breath. Go ahead and straighten that front leg if you can. Feel free to bring both hands either side that leg. You can use your blocks here as well. If you want more of that calf stretch, you can point your toes all the way up to the ceiling. As you get more comfortable, you can walk all the way down, folding over that front leg. Another deep breath in. Exhale, rebend that front knee. Curl your right toes up and underneath. We're going to heel toe that front foot all the way to the right and slowly fold over that leg, coming into that pigeon pose. And a nice stretch through the glutes. Keeping those hips parallel to the floor below you and the wall in front of you. And as you start to settle here, you can fold a little bit further over. And you should just be stretching the glutes here and the hips. If you want to increase the intensity, you can bring that back leg up and reach back for that foot. Deepening the stretch. Paying attention. Is the left side more flexible than the right? Is the right more flexible than the left? A couple more deep breaths in. Taking advantage of this break before we get to core. Go ahead and let go of that foot. We're going to slowly shift onto our glutes, bring our legs in front of us. Option to grab the weights here if you so choose, but you do not have to. Coming into a deep breath. We're going to bring our fists together again, lowering down and lifting back up. Lowering down, lifting back up, feeling the abdominals roll as you lower. You still want to keep that chest up and lifted, engaging the abdominals, letting the weights move with you, not using the weights to keep your balance. Inhale, lower, or exhale, lower, inhale, lift. Couple more. Just bringing awareness into that core, getting that engagement. On your next exhale, lowering all the way down. Bring those elbows to your sides, but don't let them sit on your side. You're going to keep constant tension in those biceps. Lift and lower. Little bicep curls, keeping the abs engaged. Core might be shaking a little bit. That's a good thing. It means it's working. Couple more. Feel the biceps working. Four, 3, 2, 1. On your next exhale, we're going to bring that right arm over to our left, holding here. Inhale, we're lifting up. Exhale, lower to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Trying to activate a little bit more of the obliques here. Don't let that chest fall. Keep it up, lifted to the ceiling. Core might be burning a little bit more than usual. Take breaks as you need it. Good job, guys. Couple more. Last one. We're going to lift all the way up. Go ahead and bring those hands into that fist position. Slowly sink back, and we're just going to rush and twist it out. A little bit faster, bringing up that heart rate. Squeeze the core. Almost done. Use that breath. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to center. Extending those arms right out in front of you. Inhale, pull one elbow back. Exhale, press. Inhale, pull. Exhale, press. Almost done. Use that breath. One more little burner after this. One more each side. Last one, bring both those arms out in front of you. Option to lift those legs if you'd like, just slowing down those 100s. Using those shoulders, core is still engaged. 5 more seconds. And add a little pulse if you can. Pulse and pulse. Almost done. Deep breaths. 5 more seconds. You got it. And go ahead and drop those weights. We're going to bring the soles of our feet, both of them together in front of us. Gently fall over them. Give that core a break. Still taking those deep breaths now. Pressing those knees outward. One more deep breaths in. Feel free to lift one arm up and overhead. Lift that chest to the ceiling. Reach those fingertips. And exhale, switch sides. Still taking those deep breaths. And exhale. Bringing both of those hands behind you. We're just going to lift up into that reverse tabletop. I guess this is normal tabletop? No. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Just feel the stretch. Nice break. Stretch through those shoulders. Before we get to the next little circuit, we're almost done. Exhale, lowering all the way down. 3 more little core moves, I promise, and then we'll be done. Bring those fingertips up to your temples, knees in reverse tabletop position. We're just going to slow crunch up and lower. Slow crunch up and lower. Trying to feel each row of your abdominals work as you roll up. Couple more. Just get that activation going if you haven't already. Last one. Trying to keep that lifted position. We're going to bring both arms up and overhead. We're going to do some slow dead bugs. So drop opposite arm, opposite leg, and lift back up. Trying to make sure that little gap between your back and the mat doesn't exist. We just want to activate the core right now. If you want to increase the intensity, you can do drop, drop, lift, lift. Completely up to you and your core strength. Two more. Almost done. Last one. Go ahead and just pull one knee in, drop the opposite leg, pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, switch. Should feel like kind of a nice stretch. Less of a core exercise, but still a core exercise. Couple more. Last one, each side. Bring those fingertips back up to the temples. We're going to bicycle it out. Last little burner of today's class. Keep that core engaged. Almost done. Deep breaths. 5 more seconds. And drop those legs. Feel free to roll it out. Rock your hips side to side. Take a deep breath. You made it. You did it. It was definitely a huge intensity level leap. Go ahead and bring that right leg up. Kick it over top your left. Feel free to stay here. Or you can grab on to that left leg. Option of rock side to side. If that feels good to you. Option to send those hands either side of your body. Gently drop those hips to the left. That was my hip if you didn't hear. Putting it out there in case you were wondering. And a nice twist through the spine. Gentle stretch. And on your next inhale, we're coming all the way back up to center, kicking that right leg, switching for the left. Feel free to stay here, or you can grab onto the back of that right leg with the option to rock side to side. When you're ready, go ahead and set those hands either side of your body. Hips are going to fall to the right. Gentle stretch through the spine and in the hips, maybe even the glutes. One more deep breath in. We'll come back to center. Unhook that left leg. Bring the soles of our feet together. One hand over the heart, the other over the stomach. We're going to meet here for our last few breaths of class today. Taking this time to congratulate yourself for making it through that entire class. I know I was struggling. Bring awareness to all four corners of your body. Try wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. The back of your head pressed into the mat. Rise and fall of your chest. Might try box breathing here. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold, and repeat. Taking that full brain scan. Where's your body tense? Where is it calm? Where is it energized? Letting go of any stress or tension. Setting intentions. Bring awareness to the rest of your day. That's going to bring us to the end of today's class. Hopefully, I see you all again next Tuesday. Hopefully, the mic doesn't mute itself.